For 75 years, Norman Harsh has lived with the unanswered question of what happened to his older brother. Alva Harsh and his wife Mary were commissioned at the 1936 Hershey Annual Conference as the newest missionaries to China. They were given the Chautauqua Salute, as was the custom in that day, and sent here to the Shouyang Mission, where they worked alongside a number of missionaries in the schools and hospitals and churches. Among their colleagues was Miniva Neer from California, an experienced evangelist who had worked at the church mission compound since 1926. They were helping the young Chinese church grow, but it was a turbulent political time. Japan had just invaded China, and tensions were high.
War had progressed to the point where there was bombing in some neighboring communities, enough so that in one of his letters, Alva wrote that war is hell. That was his general summary report. But that Shouyang and the immediate vicinity were not in any particular danger, as far as they could tell.
However, one day Alva, Mary, and Miniva were all called to the home of someone in the community who needed help.
Simple report that somebody came and urged them to come help to settle a domestic dispute in the community, and they went with the person who invited them to go, and all three of the missionaries, and they never returned.
After an intensive search, which was followed closely by church leaders in the U.S., the conclusion was they had been killed. The entire church was stunned, as were their colleagues in the China mission field, who held this memorial service for them. A time of grieving and tribute to the three led to a call for the church to find others to take their place.
One of the posters had the pictures of the three missionaries and the torches turned down as to indicate that their term of service had ended. And then there were more torches up, and the indication was that the General Mission Board was trying to recruit replacements for three.
Replacements were found, and the mission work in China thrived for another decade until the communist government closed it down in the early 1950s. But the unknown fate of the three missionaries never diminished the resolve on the part of brethren to share the message of Christ with others.
I hope that the remembrance that will grow out of the 75th anniversary of their disappearance will stir up some newfound energy, eagerness to get on with the task of sharing the gospel.
The gospel messenger, a year after the missionaries' disappearance, noted that tragedy and self-sacrifice are nothing new to Christianity. Jesus' own death on the cross, the article pointed out, was initially viewed as hopeless and useless, but ended up being the beginning of new life for all.